It's the final test session of the TCR preseason before we get to the nitty-gritty on January 2nd, or February 2nd, excuse me. We are at Hungary once again, and the action is about to start on track. Just kick this off. This is Kid and Petter coming to you live from my mom's basement, joined by last season's the reigning golden champion, Sworn.
Howdy. Here, third day in a row. I don't know what else to expect. I already had a crazy lap time yesterday, had a crazy race on Tuesday. I don't know what more I can take.
Well, the good news for you is we have a 25% race attached to the end of this 30-minute practice session. So, maybe you can get a little bit of both. I'm personally intrigued to see if Destiny over here can top that 16.4 he did. Just an absolutely mega lap from him. Not sure if he's going to have too much competition on the outright pace front. Although Kaiochin did look pretty handy in his first ever, or I should say, his testing debut last night.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with dabbling a little bit of both. I want to see if the golden drivers can try to compete with the platinum guys. Especially, and then the people on the border like Kev Berge. If they're trying to make their way into platinum, they got to set some decent lap times here.
Yeah, it looks like some of these guys are getting straight into it. I know, for the most part, throughout the testing phase here, we've been seeing guys start off on hards, do a lap or two, a little warm-up lap, and then throwing on the mediums. But for this one, looks like Airborne's going to lead the charge. He's hopping straight on to the medium compounds.
Yeah, Destiny is also on the mediums, and I think Lucking Up is too. So, I mean, I guess people aren't wasting any time here.
As we follow Airborne as he goes into the wall, maybe should have warmed up those mediums a little more on that outlap. Kaiochin is on the hards. Gonna try to bounce around here to everybody. See who's where on track. Looks like Destiny is right behind Lucking You Up. They're both on their first hot lap. Because you've got another yellow. I'm not sure. That was Pro Kart racer Brennan and Fatal. Not sure if they got into it or if they were just letting cars by. Only caught the tail end of it. Team Stinch is in the house. The Quebecois. They are well represented with Hyper Toasters, iRoll, Kev Berge.
I think all of them except for Be Good.
No, Be Good's here too.
Oh, he is? Yeah, see, I have a whole bunch of AIs. It says, like, Sebastian Vettel is here, Leclerc, Stroll. I don't know who's in those cars, but, I mean, that's just like Codemasters at its finest.
Yeah, I think that might be a glitch. One of those glitches that they talk about. You know what they say, glitches get stitches.
Yeah, there you go. I think that's the one.
Yeah, pretty sure. I only spent a couple months in the penitentiary, so I didn't really pick up on a whole lot. Yeah, Log with a 119.6. He's rounding everybody out. His iRoll is straight onto the softs. And he puts in a 117.8. Still a considerable distance off of the top times from yesterday. But I expect he'll get a little bit better as the track rubbers in. Oof, we had
it looks like
a bit of a
Darkest Crime
overnight.
is also gonna go out onto the softs here. So yeah, I don't know. I guess since AA isn't here, everyone is trying to get that top spot, get a little bit of clout, as they say, being on the top of the timesheets for at least a little bit here.
In the streets.
Yeah, man.
Hyper's getting some of these, some laps on these hards. Not sure if he's just trying to get a feel for the setup or what. Maybe trying some new things compared to the past couple of days. India is into the bits. Nice to see that we're getting
nice.
We're getting some more British representation from India. A truly global.
Oh, Destiny
brand.
just died going up the hill. I think he's fine. Just a mild concussion, but that definitely was a hefty impact there.
Don't believe what the lamestream media tells you, kids. Concussions aren't real. Just ask Antonio Brown. Iroh's still at the top of the timesheet, 17.8. Waiting to see who the next person on the softs is going to be, and it looks like it's going to be Darkest Crime also into the wall. Looks like that was out of turn 4, probably a little too much curb. And I'm not sure what he's waiting for. It looks like he's stuck.
He might get DQ'd. I don't know if we got the settings right today.
I changed the settings, so it's only.
Alrighty, good save there.
Yeah, only thing that he's getting is embarrassed on national YouTube television.
So I do have a question, so I don't get confused later. Who is in the Ferraris?
The Ferraris are no one. There is no one in a Ferrari today. We got 2 Alphas.
So yeah, that's just Codemasters.
Yeah, I think they probably for some reason they probably just threw the 4 cars that aren't. Why did he? Wait, already.
Okay. Well, he was bouncing off a wall before this.
Yeah,
so
apparently he ate a pizza.
I'm not too surprised.
I don't know. I guess if you eat pizza, that makes you hyper now.
Yeah, I mean cocaine, man. You know what they say. One hell of a drug.
Yeah, it was probably homemade, and that wasn't mommy's flour.
Cocaine.
That homemade crust.
Got stuffed with something, and I don't think it was cheese.
Got into the wrong white powder jar from the pantry. We've got some more yellows coming out. Kev Berge up into P2 with 18.3. Airborne did improve with 18.5 on the mediums. Professional up into P4 with 18.7. He's done 2 laps on the mediums. No real qualifying times yet. Bam Bam is in 5th. Yeah, looks like Iroh's gonna go for another quality run here. Let's try it on board with him.
Yeah, I don't know if like people are going to be taking more pride in the race, or if they're going to be looking more at the times. Again, Fatal, even though it's the fastest of the session, that's still not a great lap time, especially from a platinum driver who's on the bubble and needs to get some good lap times in here.
I don't think Fatal's really on the bubble. I think Fatal had enough good performances last year. It was just inconsistent.
Yeah, I mean a surprise podium at Baku, but inconsistency can hurt people.
I think if we're picking some drivers that would theoretically get bumped down, I don't think Fatal's at the top of that list or bottom of that list. That said, it's all hearsay. We'll see what the stewards decide, given a few days worth of data to ponder over the next couple weeks as we prepare for the season opener. Silver Class, January. God, I keep saying January. February 2nd, from beautiful Sakir, Bahrain, the Kingdom of Bahrain.
Yeah, I mean, I love the lovely sandstorms, the dirt in your eyes, sand in your teeth, something like that.
The civil unrest, beautiful.
Yeah, and
it makes for quite the atmosphere.
Don't forget the hooded women.
I don't think they do that there. Well,
sorry. Wrong country.
I think it's
neighbors, am I right?
It's definitely they don't have any neighbors because they're on an island. Huh.
Okay, get the point.
Showed you. Iroh.
Yep, serves me right.
Iroh did not improve on that time. I don't think he's going to go for another one. I think this is probably going to be a lap. Bam Bam. Looks like that yellow is for Bam Bam letting some guys by. Not sure how many drivers are going to stick around for the race. Obviously, D Crime doesn't want to. Airborne said he didn't want to, but I think everybody else might be down. Hopefully they are, so we can get a nice little 25% race in. Maybe be
Yeah,
a little bit cleaner than the
the
silver.
action we had with 8 was crazy. So I mean, we can at least get I don't know 15. Well, I guess there's not 15 people in here.
No, there's 15
12.
now. Well, 12,
Well,
13.
yeah, but I mean, a couple people are going to be dipping here.
13 is... Huh. I'm going to be dipping too, but in a different way. But there's a different... there's a different vibe around here. People don't really seem like they're getting their best laps early on. It's a little...
And see, the weird thing is that they're all using the good tires.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't know if they're wasting them.
Yeah, I mean, they should have 3 sets. Looks like Destiny has spun again. Destiny not having the best of times. Might have had a few too many Bud Lights prior to the race. Not sure, but that does tend to happen when you enjoy yourself with a crisp, refreshing Bud Light. Anheuser-Busch.
Not sponsored, by the way.
No. Well, I'm fishing for sponsors. Speaking of sponsors, Fanatec sponsors us. Forget exactly what I'm supposed to say, but if you go to fanatec.com, order yourself a nice wheel, and you put in the promo code, I think it's TCR. You get, I think, 5% off, 10% off, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, still waiting for that kickback from Maurice at Fanatec. So, Maurice, if you're watching this, Freeze is looking for his kickback so he can invest in a championship trophy for himself.
And don't forget the plaques for you know the bottom 2 tiers.
Oh yeah,
or gold medals, the buttons.
I mean, honestly, hopefully we get to the level of sustainability. You know, I mean, obviously not season 9, but maybe season like 14, where everybody can get a participation.
I'm still waiting for my championship button.
As long as we can all get participation trophies, I'm cool with that. Or at least like maybe the top 10 in each class.
Well, you know they don't hand out trophies for P6.
They should start. Because my feelings are hurt.
His lap on the softs, you know, it was a hot lap, but not a hot lap time.
It was more of like a lukewarm lap.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know where all the times went.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, obviously it's going to get a little bit faster as we go on, but right now we're still a second off of the top of the leaderboard time from Destiny last night. Lucking you up with another solid performance so far. P4 118.3 is not too bad for the practice spec for Golden Class. I don't think Lucking Up watches these back. I'm going to stop mentioning him. Log does, and he's a big Satan worshipper. Log 666.
Wait, what number does he have on the car?
41.
41. Yeah, not related.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe his birthday is just June 6th. He was born at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Born at 6 p.m. on June 6th.
There you go. I'm not happy with that lap, I guess. Kind of goes off the track there.
Speaking of Devil Worshippers, Kevbergy also in the house. He's a 66. Missing 1/6 though.
Welcome to TCR, the home of sadists and supercar racing.
Yes, our occult meeting is happening in a cave in the woods.
Yeah, on Tuesdays before the silver race.
Yeah, this week it's bring your own goat to sacrifice, and then we'll drink its blood.
Next week is choose your own ritual.
A lot of the younger members just bring their jewels. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
I need something a little more
it kind of kills the vibe a little bit. I mean, sure we don't have to pay for the smoke displays, but what's the point of that?
And we have our first driver making a foray into the 16s, and I gotta say I'm a little bit surprised. It's 007 Professional with a 16.7. I think that would have just edged out Double A's time from yesterday, so a really good lap from Professional.
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good lock for anyone who had doubts on his pace. Definitely platinum level driver there. And
Yeah,
maybe he can. His luck wasn't great last year. He was taken out in a couple races, so we'll see if he can put together a better sophomore season. You know.
Yeah, he was quietly. He's been quietly quick through all the testing. He showed up to a few of these, and he's always lingered around that top 5. So definitely showing his worth here. Got to give Professional a little shout out.
I think Destiny going on a hot lap here on a set of sauce. We'll see if he can best his 16.3, I think, 16.4 on the lap time.
It was 16.45, 44, I think. Yeah, 44 because he was 0.3 up on Double A. I've been doing a lap with Fatal here. I want to see what his splits are. I haven't noticed. I was actually grabbing a water. That's the main reason we've been riding along with Fatal. Yeah, he's about to cross the line. I think it's been a good lap. Oh, and he gets some air on that exit curb. 17.5. 17.5 from Fatal. I mean, not great, but I mean, still a lot better than his last lap.
I mean, I might be overestimating people here. But I mean, from what testing I've done, like 17.3 would be about where I'm seeing people. Toaster, I think his name was Hyper Toaster before, but now we got heating and air conditioning unit Toaster. 17.4, not as bad. Definitely up there.
You want to talk about a unit? That's our guy down here. We got Airborne P6. That's our guy down here. Irolas. He's about to start a hot lap. Definitely looking to improve on that 17.8. I like his helmet. I don't know if he's changed that this year or what, but it's very clean. Looks a little bit like Sebastian Vettel, if only he's facing the right way most of the time.
No, I think he is going to be in the, they might be making a switch to Renault, or I mean, McLaren, but the Quebecois squad of Irol and Be Good, I think they were staying in the Racing Point.
Yeah, they have to put on for their. Well, technically, Racing Point is not a Canadian team; it is a Quebecois team. So so they've got to support their gang.
Yeah, represent.
We've got ourselves a comment. It would appear. Let me make sure I'm not blasting my phone and my mic. As iRoll comes across, up to a 17.6, but still just a little bit better. Not the huge change that I would have anticipated there. So looking you up is about to start a new session. A lot less, or new lap. There's a lot less spinning.
I mean, you would expect that from the Platinum / Golden tryouts / Platinum tryouts guys. But I mean, I expect some clean laps, and I'm looking for Ko-Chin, whatever his name is. Never got the Webster dictionary. I'm waiting for him to get a lap time up there. I'd see him topping the timesheets. Ooh, and validated, I think, out of that corner, turn 4.
Yeah, I think, that's unfortunate for Bam Bam. He was up by, Bam Bam wasn't invalidated, but he went wide. I think he might have been in the 17s, there for if he would have kept it on track. Lucky is... See, I think Lucky made a mistake because he is about 3.5 seconds off through the first 2 sectors. Kyochin is on a hot lap.
No, he invalidated.
Oh, you were talking about, okay.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, it's...
Yeah, I think he might go for another one here.
Maybe.
Saved up 94% ERS. Yeah, I think he's gonna give her one more try. Hopefully keep it within the... Oh, white lines coming out on a corner, giving us a nice kin block slide.
Alright, well, we got a couple of thoughts from drivers. I guess they don't like to... They don't prefer face-to-face contact anymore, you know, millennials.
I know, right?
They're texting the YouTube channel from the pits. B says, "Heyo, greetings from the Sport Pesa Garage." What's up, B? Okami, that's India. He says, "There we go, a way better improvement than last night's time." And an emoji. So I guess he's happy.
Yeah,
with that.
I mean, he might dropped on that one, went ahead and retired.
18.3. He did say before he started that he wasn't going to be able to make it to the race. Here's another one that's going to drop down. I think Lucky You Up is a little bit off. Yeah, he's going to have to go in. Was it? Oh, yeah, I was riding on board with Kyochin here. As he is, yeah, he's a second better already. A little over a second. Let's see what he can get in Sector 3. Doesn't look like, yeah, it's going to be a low 17, but still pretty solid. I think that's about where he was last night. I should have screenshotted the results.
A hyper toaster down into the 16s, just barely, but really good lap from him.
Yeah, way to go, Hyper.
No, he just set his lap, but I mean, yeah, I mean, representing the Quebecois.
See, I don't know what that means. Professional was a little bit down on that lap, and he tried to gain it all back in the final corner. He wound up power sliding. He was able to just catch that for him to put on his demo reel. Yeah, so as it stands now, Destiny, who's on a hot lap on those softs, he is essentially second to last because Darkest didn't even set a lap time before he left. That's Airborne getting loose.
Yeah, I was on board with him there. He's just being way too aggressive with the throttle here.
I mean, honestly, he's probably still in a party with Darkest, and he's probably just getting yelled at.
I feel sorry for him there.
Not sure how much better this time is from Destiny. Should be 16.2.
Oh my god.
Boy. So, I mean, is a 15 possible for Destiny if he has another... If he has another set? Goodness gracious.
I mean, I hope he proves me wrong, but if he sets a 15 in a practice session, I might as well just go ahead and retire right now, call it quits with what stats I got, because there's no beating that.
Yeah, that is dangerously fast.
You sure you got all the corner cutting settings right? Because I don't know how. Like in a practice session. No, no max fuel mix.
They're on straight. Yeah. No party mode for him, but he's bringing the party, anyways. Trying to look for someone who's gonna be on a hot lap. Doesn't look like anybody's on a hot lap right now unless it's Airborne. I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't look like
I got Procart, I think, is on one.
Yeah, Procart just started one. I'm not sure if he's using the assist. I did leave him on because I knew he was going to be the only silver driver participating. So, I mean, he might have him
Power
turned
slide.
off. Yeah, if we're looking at stuff like that. He's also looking a little glitchy.
And he locked up a bit into the last corner.
Nonetheless, looks like he's going to get 18s at least. So locking you up and starting another one. He is the only one currently out on a hot lap, and he is just now finishing sector 1. Let's see what that split is. It's 2 seconds, or 0.2 of a second, quicker than his pace on his quick lap so far. Into second 2. Oh boy, he just got a lot of air. Lost a little bit of time right there. He's still a 10th up though. There's a bit of a competition between Lucking You Up and Bam Bam. I think those guys probably want to outdo each other since they're both in fairly similar positions.
Yeah, and right now Lucking Up has got the better of him as he beats Bam Bam there.
Yeah. Clawed back about 0.3 there in that final sector alone, so I think he'll be happy with that. Obviously painfully close to the 17s, but I'm not sure. Yeah, he's not going to be able to get another lap in. And let's see if Bam Bam can respond. He is at the end of the second
And I think
sector.
he invalidated going up the hill because I saw him start slowing down on turn 5.
Yeah, 0.3. 3 seconds off. Gaochin has gone faster by nearly 0.2 in the first 2 sectors. Or first sector at least. About holding steady there. See if he can crack himself into the top, or at least into the 116. The 116 club only has 3 members or 4 members at the moment.
That lap looked a lot better than what I thought it was. I mean,
that's about.
He was go better.
He was literally 1,000th. He was 1,000th slower. So
wow.
He must have lost a couple tenths there, or at least about 2 tenths there in the final sector. Fatal is on one. Dorian joined. I'm gonna say he left. Airborne is also on a hot lap, as is Be Good. Just check and see which one's further along. Looks like Airborne is going to be the first one of these guys to cross. As Destiny, Professional, and Hyper.
ERS. I think I didn't validate it. It's going to try to go in. It looks like Be Good invalidated going into the S's. He might be able to get enough ERS for another lap. Now, out of the guys in the 16, Toaster is going to be the first one to set a lap. He's just starting his last flyer.
Fatal is up about 3 tenths here. Let's see if he can put it all together and get himself a little bit lower. Yeah, he does. 17.2. So
good lap for him. That's where I want him to be.
Okay.
Professional just started his last flyer. And Destiny, I think, is trying to be the last one to cross the line here. Not the last one.
Looks like Kevin Bergeron is going to be next here. I'm just taking a guess. I think that's probably his name. I watch enough hockey to know how Canadians... looks like he messed up at some point. But he's going to get another lap out of it. So Hyper is the first one, you say? Yeah. So
yep,
Hyper
coming into the third sector. I wasn't quick enough to catch the split times. And I think Destiny must have invalidated going up turn 4. Yeah, he improved a little bit.
Yeah,
3/100ths of a second, almost 4.
That is about the amount of time it takes to blink your eye.
I don't know if that's entirely true.
It's science.
Now Professional coming out the last corner.
He is, yes, 700ths. It does improve slightly to a 5.58. Yeah. Let's see, Fatal's just going to call it. W is crawling to a halt. Kev Bergia, no. Yeah, I think he didn't have enough ERS there. And that is going to do it, as W is doing a tribute to Coleman, who unfortunately had to coach his children's youth basketball team tonight.
Pleasantly surprised with Professional's lap count there. I think he actually did beat Double A's time. Yeah, I think he did it for sure with that last lap.
Yeah, yeah. Double A was in the 7s.
And I'm pleased with W's lap time too. 17.4 might not look good for him, but since he's turned off the racing line to stay in Golden, I'd be pleased with that lap time if I was him.
It's probably better than the lap time I could do with a but then again, I haven't really played. I've been too busy commentating. I need some green tea.
Yeah, Be Good, I don't know if he just didn't get a lap together, but 2 seconds off the pace. Maybe not the pace, but Destiny.
So there we have it. Destiny actually does one-up himself, going into the 116.2s. Still 3/10 clear of, I'll say, surprise P2 Professional. Guess can't underestimate him. He's at a 116.5, giving him the third fastest lap behind both the Destinies this week. HVAC Toaster, formerly known as Hyper, also got into the 16s, followed by Fatal, who should be happy with a P4, and Kaiochin in P5, with a time very similar to the one that he set last week, or last week. Jeez.
Unfortunately, we won't get any post-qualifying, I guess you can call that, interviews. But I'd take a solid replacement of getting a 25% race with at least a majority of the people in here.
Yeah, I feel bad for Dorian. I don't think he was aware that we had a race scheduled for after this, because he joined with about 5 minutes left and dipped out.
Well, maybe if he watches this thing back, he'll see his mistake. No, we do have a one-shot quality on.
Yeah, we do have a one-shot quality. I want to see if these guys can do it. For some reason, it came out on Pro Kart Racer there. Oh, he's gonna lock up in there. It must be running very high downforce, because he was just dropping like a rock down that front straightaway. Kev Berge actually in the provisional lead right now. He goes purple.
Yeah, it's Destiny invalidate going up the hill, so he'll be starting from the back.
Well, that'll be entertaining, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. I think Kev Berge lost it through the chicane because he dropped like a rock. Yeah, he lost it.
Oh, like a rock. You know, I'm not sure how Dougie and Smeg commentate on the F2 one-shot qualities, but it's kind of hard to keep track of. I don't know who to focus on.
Since everyone's a ghost, it's kind of hard. It switches so much.
But Professional is in a pretty good spot here. 1:16.1. Actually, you know,
But,
I bet he thinks he could have gone better.
Yeah, considering what Destiny set on Rich, I mean, that's 2/10 more, or a tenth up on that lap time. But I mean, I don't know. Good lap times from everyone though. At least the top four, I'd say. Top five, I think you can see kind of where the platinum guys and the golden guys split. About a half a second gap between the top four and the rest of the field.
All right. So 1:16.1 from professional. Kayochin! He is he's at a 1:16.3, so he improved by about a second. I think he'll be pretty stoked about that lap. Barely beating out Hyper Toasters. This is about the way that the practice went. Log with a good time in the low 17s. Qualifying P5. Airborne sticking around, I guess. In MP6. And worst the first challenge from Destiny down there at P13. Going to be interesting to see what he, Be Good, and Kev Berge can do.
Yeah, I just, you know, as much as I want to see some action, some carnage, yeah, we're all here for the racing, right? Nobody's here to watch wrecks. This isn't NASCAR. So I want to see if Destiny can make some nice clean overtakes, and Kev Berge too. I know he has a history, but he's also going to be starting at the back, so hopefully we, you know, can keep all the cars in one piece. I think that damage is off. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, damage is off, and I think we do have a formation lap. Damage is off, but collisions are on. Ghosting is off. So these guys can hit and bang all they want. Oh, there goes Airborne dropping out. Cool dog.
There's nothing wrong with a little bit of hitting and banging. Isn't that right?
There ain't nothing wrong with a little bump again.
Yeah, I mean, all the people that drop out, I guess that'll make it a little bit easier for Destiny to climb through the field.
Had to bust it out. On pole, we got Professional. P2, we got Kayochin. P3, we got HVAC Toaster. P4, Fatal. P5, Log. P7, Bam Bam. P8, Pro Kart Racer. P9, Lucky You Up. P11, Kev Berge. 12th, Be Good Fever. And 13th, with the two fastest laps over the past 2 days. Looks like Giant Johnson Alex has all the work to do.
I mean, that was a pretty good run for a preseason test.
Yeah,
good energy, nice pitch. I liked it.
Do my best. Huh. I forgot that I had my my phone attached to the Bluetooth, and that kind of gave it more of a
that would have been weird on a sound bar.
Actually, we're sponsored by Bose.
Yeah.
Official sponsor of Lewis Hamilton and Formula One. As we're getting ready to rumble here. And I've got a glitch. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I don't... Oh, there they go.
No, and they're off. Okay, that was... Professional's gonna go ahead and try to cover the inside, but Kayochin with a kamikaze maneuver down there.
Kev Berge
Let's see
getting the little elbows out, and they're going 3 wide in the back. Oh boy. but so bad. Looking up, squeeze. Oh, I think they survived. Ugh.
Okay, they're still filing out, but we still have. We're going too wide. Pro kart, and I think that's Log. And who's that?
There
that's
goes
Destiny.
Yep.
There goes Destiny.
Bit of an optimistic move on the inside. Kind of slid up the track into. I think that was. I'm not entirely sure.
I think that was Pro Kart Racer.
No. I mean, there goes Pro Kart. Sliding. and I think he kind of startled Be Good because he also ended up spinning out of there.
Be Good was.
Here comes.
Be Good was Tokyo drifting all over the place back there. Ding, 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 ding.
Toaster. Power sliding out the last corner will give Fatal a good run in turn 1. I don't know if he's going to go for it. He might.
See how late he wants to push it. He does put.
Didn't really break too late.
He does put Hyper off his line, though. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to use that to his advantage. We got two little gruppettos forming here with about a second already between Professional and Hyper. These guys are just going to be stalking each other. Bam Bam off in the distance. Runs wide through turn 4, but he is slowly gaining on that second group. And, Log's not too far off either, so...
I'm kind of expecting a gap to form here. I don't know how long Bam Bam can stay with the guys up front. I don't want to underestimate his pace, but I kind of feel like he, Log, and Kepler are going to kind of start drifting back. And I think what the Platinum guys and Lucking Up just died. Yeah, and I think Destiny's going to follow him out. Oh my god.
No.
Oh no.
Boy, we almost had a Zanardi situation with Lucking You Up there.
Yeah, he almost Lucking Up almost LePaged Mr. Giant Johnson. Alex.
Yeah. I'm not sure how giant his Johnson is after that.
Yeah, and maybe a little bit of shrinkage.
Looks like an inverted, possibly. Interval. Professional keeping it within half a second. He's right up the gearbox of Kaiochin. Let's see what Kaiochin's made of. We haven't seen him in a race situation yet. Keep in mind, yesterday was his first test.
Looks like Kev Birdie's closing in on this group, so it might be the Kaiochin K-Train all the way back to P7. And the DRS, they'll have DRS down this main straight. I think the top 7 will all be in a little DRS train pulling away. Destiny, though, Clean Air, 7 seconds behind. I have a feeling he'll be closing in that gap.
Let's hope so for his sake. And this is going to be an optimistic move from Professional into the penultimate turn. You don't see that often. Looks like Kaichin's going to be able to hold him off just barely.
Yeah, but DRS is going to be his undoing here.
Yeah, and these guys are all going to be passionate on each other.
I would have probably waited. A little bit of wheel banging. I think Professional's going to have that one around the outside and get the second bite of DRS.
Oh no!
I think he lost traction coming out of turn 1.
And now he's got Fatal right up the inside. Fatal trying to capitalize on this, trying to get around Hyper.
Toaster. They're all going to start accordioning here. Now that the 4 Platinum guys are all right behind each other, and it's starting to... 2 Mercedes are holding each other up.
Human Centipede, we got 5 guys all within 2 seconds of each other.
Wow, that sounds like a Rain City Jacked meeting if I've ever been to one.
Yeah, you've been to a few. One thing to keep an eye on here is you watch the leaders snake through this wonderful circuit. Is Kev Berge is on mediums, and I'm not. I mean, I think Log just let him by, and now Kev Berge is. Yeah, now Kev Berge is free to attack these guys up front.
But as long as these guys up front keep holding each other up on the K train, he probably will be in the prime position at the end of the race. His professional dives around the outside again, same move as lap 1.
He's gonna have DRS and the inside. Looks like Kayachin's gonna try to push him to the inside. This off-camber corner, you can hang it around the outside a little bit, but it looks like he gets boxed just wide.
Oh, Hyper around the outside.
Yeah, I don't think he realized Hyper was coming too, but Hyper makes it work, just barely. And now Kayachin is down to P3. That's what happens when you got 4 guys within a second of each other. I think Fatal is just back here waiting for somebody to miss a breaking point or do something. Is professional. Oh man, just gets the lead and he throws it all away. Well, these guys are racing pretty hard for a 25% race that really doesn't mean anything. And we thank them for this.
It means a lot to them, Kenton. It means a lot to them.
It's still real to me, David.
But Kev Berge, out of all that, closed in another half a second this lap on the mediums. And by this time, everyone else's tires are dying out. Bam Bam enters the pit.
Yeah, Bam Bam's going for an undercut here. I think... Not sure where those tires are going to be at right now, but I think that might be a pretty wise move.
Pretty bad, yeah.
I'm not sure if...
Professional. Called it quits.
Yeah, that's not great. Looks like B-Gid's called it quits too. But right now, I mean, I think the top 5, this is all to play for.
Well, and don't forget about Destiny. Had the early spin, but he's already back within 4 seconds of log.
Yeah, he's 9 seconds back of this lead train as well. As Bam Bam threw on the hards.
I guess his tires. For me, I mean, I don't know if that's. Yeah, I guess it shows me he's on mediums, but I think he is on the hards.
Oh no, that's Kayachin. He loses it coming into sector 3. Oh, and he's just gonna have to wait for everybody to file on by. This is survival of the fittest at the Hungaroring right now.
Well, while he was sitting there just looking at his tires,
this is
I mean, the graining on them was pretty bad.
This is I'm gonna call this the Hungaro Games.
You know, like it. I mean, we might get sued, but it was worth it.
Might have to.
Not coming out of our pockets, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's coming out of Femtech's pockets. Might. Yeah, and all these leaders are going to be pitting, and they're putting on the mediums. So another storyline to see is if those hards stay where they should be. In it looks like Bam Bam and Fatal was not giving that position up.
Yeah. I mean, Bam Bam kind of took a weird line into there, trying to cut him off. And, I mean, Fatal had every right to go up the inside there.
Yeah, so Fatal should be disregard what you're seeing here on your screen. He is on mediums. That is a glitch. Same with Bam Bam. He's on hards. But it's
I think it's just one tire compound softer, because I have the same problem going on here too.
But Fatal's gonna want to make what's that saying? He's gonna want to make hay while the sun still shines. Is that a saying? I don't know.
That sounds about right. That sounds right. Well, but I'm not gonna fully support you on that one.
It's a Midwestern colloquialism.
Does it make haste? Does it make haste? That might be it.
That might be. I'm not sure. I've never seen it printed before.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Fatal's gonna want to.
Hobby Lobby in a while.
Yeah. You should go more often. Great deals if you have hobbies. Speaking of lobbies, looks like Fatal's trying to impeach Bam Bam out of 3rd place. But Bam Bam's not going to give it up.
Not wanting to leave. They go to the Senate, and it looks like Fatal.
Oh, he's squeezing.
Bam Bam stays in office.
Oh boy, Bam Bam. Just about. That could have been tragic. Could have seen some cars flying there. But Hyper Toaster's he's making off like a bandit with all this stuff. He's got 4 seconds now on that group that came in right behind him.
Well, if those guys keep battling, Kevin Birdie might be able to slot in between Toaster and Bam Bam. And he's gonna lose some time to Toaster here, but if he doesn't lose too much, those softs might get him back into this race. As Bam Bam and Fatal going side by side all over the place, I think Fatal might get him here with DRS. Let's see.
Yeah, he might. I think missed a little bit of action a bit further down. But look at Destiny. Destiny is coming, and he is. I'm not gonna go that far. He's arriving on the scene.
Giant Johnson is on the way.
Yeah, he's arriving on the scene quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fatal does get it, but I think if Bam Bam can stay within DRS, it's not going to be the end of the world for him.
The way Fatal is just throwing it into the corner, so I don't think Bam Bam's going to be around for too much longer.
But I think those hards are going to... But those hards are going to last for sure for the rest of the race. Getting those mediums to take for... What's that going to be? About 11, 12 laps? They might end up getting a little raggedy towards the end of that run.
I mean, it is only a 25% race.
Yeah, it is. The real story here is whether or not Destiny's going to be able to get DRS on Bam Bam here. And if he does, I think it's going to be... It's going to be pretty...
No, it didn't.
No, he didn't, but I think it's still going to be quick work as he puts in a second consecutive fastest lap, 119.1 in race spec on mediums. Not too shabby. Looks like his form is carrying over after a couple of first lap incursions. Now, I would be expecting Kev to pit either this lap or next.
Hyper Toaster picks up a 3-second penalty, so that puts him about 2 seconds ahead of Fatal. And then I think only 6 seconds ahead of Destiny, and I don't think that's going to be enough to hold back the Giant Johnson.
Yeah. Giant Johnson is...
I mean, it's coming, and it comes when it wants to. So
he is
there's only so much you can do to stop him.
He is going to wrap himself around HVAC's neck like an anaconda.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm actually going to go to the comments as we await what I would imagine is a foregone conclusion of Destiny taking Bam Bam here. One of these two
I think he's
DRS
going to
zones.
send it. No, he kind of held back. You know, old Destiny would have launched it right up the inside there. Kachin's his best lap of the race. He's little bump and run.
Yeah, he's
I know a few things about that one. We might get a corner cut and penalty. Yep, I saw that one coming. 3 seconds for Destiny. Might come to handy later.
Yeah, ZX is in the comments. He made it just in time. Great race so far. ZX, I would have to agree with you there, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, we only have 8 people racing right now. Back to the silver ways. I mean, I'm enjoying myself. I'd say so is Destiny. You know, who wouldn't love a good challenge? I'm just waiting to see where Kev Birdie comes into all this after he pits, because
I'm not sure exactly what
I think he might come to the back of the queue there, right behind Destiny, and I don't want to see that matchup, to be honest.
I kind of do. I think that would be a whale of actually, yeah, that would be a Titanic battle.
There you go.
with multiple icebergs in between them. Yeah, that time is dropping, but really not as much as I would have expected from Bergie to Hyper down there. Still about 12.7. Does look like the gap between second and third place has stabilizes. Bam Bam, as you might expect, is dropping back, but Destiny's not been able to get around him, and he's, I don't know, with only 1.5 overtaking opportunities on this entire track. He's getting stuck.
Destiny's running a low downforce setup here because he's not really sticking on to the back of Bam Bam like I thought he would if he was running low downforce. And the dirty air really seems to be getting to him here, but down the straights he's flying. It's just out of this last sector, these last 2 corners, Bam Bam, if he keeps the car in the right place, he gets just enough of a gap with all the dirty air that Destiny can't really do too much. He loses just enough time to save Bam Bam. I don't know how
Codemasters blesses us with an actual.
Stay behind him.
They do a good job of capturing the overtake there with the spectator cameras, and yeah, I think Destiny's gonna be able to get him. Let's see if Bam Bam makes a little lunge. Doesn't look like he has anything for those medium tires. CX says Kev might come out around 3rd or 5th. Probably will take off. So yeah, that's what we're kind of waiting for here. He's still chugging along. 12 seconds clear in P2. I'm not sure what the delta time is, but I think he'll probably come out in 5th. And
yeah, I'd say log
from there.
Might not
from there, he'll be able to make up, I would say, about close to 2 seconds a lap. As he finally comes into the pits, let's see what the stop looks like. But I think somewhere around 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds a lap on fresh softs compared to worn mediums.
So he is in this lap. Well, guess we're gonna get our answer here.
And as we see,
there goes Toaster.
Well, not a surprise. Let's see where Fatal is. Fatal is storming past into P2. It's like Destiny is gonna come out, and Bam Bam, yeah. So he's actually gonna be able to race Bam Bam here. Cold tires for Kev. Not gonna want to push too hard.
Cold and sauce are a little bit better than slightly warm hards. And I think it's just gonna be 5 qualifying laps here for Kev. Just trying to claw back whatever time he can, and maybe he can get past the fella Quebecois. But
he's got 10 seconds to the leader. Technically, only 7.5, or actually no 6.
Check some
7 because because Hyper has the 3-second time penalty. I don't believe.
Yeah, the Hyper
Kevin
Toaster has one. Destiny has one. Lucking Up has a penalty, and that's all we got so far. But we do have lots of warnings. And it looks like Destiny got all 3 of his warnings on the same lap. Or lap 10, but yeah. I don't see any for Kev.
He's gonna empty out this ERS trying to get Destiny. Is he gonna try it? No.
Probably should have in the grand scheme of things.
But think about the traction he's gonna have rocketing around the outside of this long downhill left-hand turn. Well, not quite able to.
Yeah, and I don't think this extra lap behind Destiny is going to do him any favors.
No,
Destiny does him a favor.
That was a favor right there. Destiny. Looks like the same place he lost it early on in practice. Just taking a little bit.
I had a feeling we'd start seeing a bit more of that towards the end of this race because, I mean, if we're getting some good lap times like that, I'm pretty sure everyone who's running time trial setups. I think all of us that's run this game knows that time trial setups are not kind to the tires.
Not usually. No. Let's check back to the leader. Kev Berge did cut in a little over a second and a half there on his first full lap. He's going to have 2 more to go. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but he does have clear air here. If he can catch up to Fatal,
I think he might get Fatal, but I just don't know if he can get close enough to Toaster. Unless Toaster takes some more liberties with track limits, I think he might have this.
Down to 5 seconds. Fatal gets a 3-second penalty. So that would put Kev Berge in 2nd position on track right now. Let's see if this is going to pay off in the final lap, or 2.5 laps. Riding on board the French Canadian. He's been waiting his entire life for this moment.
I mean, this would be the return story that we're all looking for here. Kev coming after a hefty suspension.
Not a full-blown suspension, a shadow ban. It's a shadow ban.
Yeah, a layaway, a layoff. There you go. He says the fastest lap of the race, faster than what some people were doing in the practice session. So he's definitely on a move here.
He is indeed.
7 lap fresher, softer tires. But I think he's running out of time.
And he's got to get about 3 seconds here in a lap and a half. Actually, over 3 seconds.
Well, I mean, he has 50% ERS. Kev, got to use it. Use it or lose it.
I think he knows that both these guys have 3-second time frames. He might just be saving it for a hot lap. Just go full-blown hot lap there in that last lap. Well, really, Fatal's not doing. Fatal's not really putting any feet wrong aside from that 3-second penalty. Just keeping him at bay back here. His brake gets a little power slide through the second to last corner. Gonna have to be an insane lap from Kev Berge.
Well, I wonder if Kev would have pitted 1 lap early. His tires would have been at 6 laps. I think he could have held on to it with a little bit lighter fuel.
Yeah,
I think that probably would have put him on or in front of Fatal by this point. Is Destiny goes around the outside of Bam Bam turn 1.
Too little too late for Destiny, unfortunately. Too many errors today to get that win.
He's still sliding.
Man, I just don't think Kev's catching Fatal quickly enough.
Yeah, the pace just all of a sudden snapped. Yeah, he's catching him through here, but I don't think this Toaster somehow gets a. Maybe he sped into the pits or something. But I didn't see it.
I think that would have popped up. Probably would have seen it.
Ooh, lucking up.
Charlie Kimball over here. I'm lucky I was going to race him out. As HVAC Toaster, he's going to win the 25% race here to mark off the final day of preseason testing. Congratulations to Hyper. Kev Berge, with the penalty to Fatal, is going to file into P2 after trying out that medium to soft strategy. Fatal in P3 did well today all around. Bam Bam in P4 beats out Giant Johnson Alex, who had a penalty. KO Chin, I'll give it to him. He didn't give up. Kept going. He's back in P6, logging P7, lucking up. Yeah, I
thought he got lapped, so I don't know how he didn't end the race when he did, or when Toaster crossed the line. But
yeah. I guess with that penalty, it probably might not have registered. It's an interesting scenario. There he is, Kev Berge. Sitting on P2 next to... wait, I should have mentioned Hypertoaster's in P1. Standing next to his unofficial countryman, Quebecois, Kev Berge.
Yeah, Quebecois
P3 goes to the Dominican Fatal. Very cultured podium here from Magyar Nadij. And Dorian has joined at probably not the optimal time again.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a very, very fatal-like race for him in P3. You know, sitting there, just chugging along.
Chugging along.
Kev Berge, nice result coming back. Hypertoaster, obviously, nice to win, even though it doesn't really count for much.
Yeah, it's a nice little confidence booster with the Platinum season opener once again from Sakhir, Bahrain. That is coming up on February 4th. So, with that, I guess the next thing we're going to have is going to be the F2 race next week from Spa. That'll be on Wednesday at the usual time of 8 p.m. Eastern. Broadcast will probably start about 8:30. And with that, I guess...
I think we'll have some Twitter posts, probably with teammate selections over the course of the weekend as well.
Oh, that's coming this weekend? Okay. I didn't know when exactly that was coming, but...
yeah, cool. Maybe a little bit of insider info right there.
Maybe.
Don't know about car selection, though.
Alright. Well... yeah, well, I guess for Swarner, this is Kid and Petter signing off. We'll see you either next week if you want to catch that F2 race, or February 2nd for the Silver Class season opener from Bahrain. But until then, I'll see everybody later.